Hello everyone, and hello everyone in the world of YouTube. How are you doing today? I'm Samantha of Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts. You catch me on a quiet 15-ish 20 minutes before chaos reigns. My husband's come to pick up my daughter from school and I've been left alone in the house. So I've made myself a cup of tea and I thought I would sit down and have a chat with everyone on YouTube. You find me on a day in high fibro flare up, unfortunately. And as I have chronic illness, trying to pick days when I'm not chronically ill, when I've not got a flare up, it's not that easy. So I figure as I'm pretty much in flare up quite a lot of the time, if I waited for it to die down to make a video, I'll be waiting a long time. And also I thought it might be quite distracting to have a chat with all you lovely people out there in YouTube land and to distract myself for just a little tiny bit of time. So grab a seat, grab a cuppa, and shall we have a chat? And welcome to everyone who's new. If you like my channel, why not say hello or leave a like? There's a subscription button if you want to do that, and if you want to stick around for a little bit longer. For those who've been here for a while, welcome back and thank you for sticking with me. I hope you've been enjoying my shorts, and I hope you've been enjoying my little my little stitchy video that I did the other day that I posted. Was it Sunday? I think I did it. Saturday or Sunday, maybe Saturday. Yeah, it would have been Saturday because yesterday was Sunday, which was Mother's Day. And for Mother's Day, I got two awesome things. From my husband, I got a new light. It is, if you want to know what it is, other than it's a light, it's an LED desk lamp with clip. Scientifically designed eye protection for reading. And you got it off Amazon. And I know that because it was on my Amazon wish list and it came within very quick time. So yeah, it's quite bright. You got different, obviously, things you can set it at, and then you just hold this down and it turns it off. And my little girl, she bought me something I've been wanting for absolutely ages. She bought me the Jelly Roll sampler quilts. I fell in love with this on the front. It's beautiful. And the pattern for this is actually in the book. And it's got lots of other beautiful quilt patterns in it. And it's just a beautiful book, and I aim to start making the quilts from the book, hopefully. See, there's one of them. I'm intending to save up to buy myself a Cricut because I think it will really help with, because I have trouble with cutting. I can't use the rotary cutter because of the problems with my upper body with pain. So I want to buy a Cricut for that. So here's another one. I love this, and I love this with the sheep as well because I love sheep. Talking of sheep, I've got news. But also, just before I do, here is the classic sampler quilt pattern, which is the one that's on the front of the book. I mean, how beautiful is that? It's gorgeous. It makes me think of like country homes, or you know, like homes in the countryside, that sort of thing. You go to stay over with a family or a friend or whatever, and they live smack bang in the countryside of like Wales or Cornwall. I have an obsession with Cornwall and Japan, funny enough. But yeah, there it is again, I think, on the back. So this book is Jelly Roll Sampler Quilts, 10 Stunning Sampler Quilts to make from over 50 patchwork blocks by Pam and Nikki Lintott. And I think they got this from Amazon. But yeah, I'm going to be heading to excuse me, the Books and Wool Gathering. I should have gone last year, but I did have my ticket, and unfortunately they changed the date because it snowed. And then the date they changed it to, we were going to go that weekend, and I unfortunately was ill and I couldn't travel. So this year, hopefully, touch wood, all things going well, I should be able to, excuse my itchy nose, sorry. I'll be going to the Books and Wool Gathering in, I want to say May. I want to say May. I think it's May. I have my ticket, and yeah. So it's only a very small place where they'll be holding it. which is good for me because it means I don't have to walk around a lot. And then we've got there's a cafe in the pavilion as well. So, and the cafe is really lovely. And there's a nice big park my husband can take our little girl to have a run around. So that'll be quite nice, especially if the weather's okay. And hopefully it won't snow this year like it did last year. So I'm going to be going to that, and I'm also trying to figure out about how to go to the Festival of Quilts in Birmingham. It's not just because it's expensive. For me, it's expensive. But it's more for my daughter and my husband, who I know would get seriously bored quite quickly. I can spend all day there quite easily. I went a few years back. I won a competition. I can't even remember who ran it. I won tickets from a textile artist. I think it was Anne Kelly. I can't remember now. And so we we got all the way there. We left late. We got all the way there, and I didn't have any money, so I couldn't spend anything. And we were there for maybe an hour, and then we came home again, and it just didn't really seem worth it because it was huge, and I was tired, and I'm okay in the mornings. I'm not too bad in the mornings, but by the afternoon, late afternoon especially, and evenings, that's when I'm really flagging. I mean, this afternoon, I'm obviously because I'm in flare up, I'm quite tired anyway. But give it another couple of hours, I'll probably be asleep. But yeah, I would really like to go, and I'm looking at what my husband and my little girl could possibly do while we're there, and also hiring of maybe a wheelchair or a scooter whilst I'm there as well. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I would really like to go. So if I've got any money left after buying wool, I'd like to go to Yarndale as well, but I need to really pick and choose what I can and would like to do most of. I had a quick look at someone's YouTube video, a few people who went to Yarndale. I don't know, I was expecting it to be bigger. It looks really cool, but I think I'd have quite a bit of problems, especially navigating around and things, because my walking's a lot worse than it used to be, especially in small combined areas. Whereas the Birmingham Quilt Show, they've specifically made it so the aisles are huge, which I think is really cool. But there's also the Harrogate Stitch and Quilt Show as well, which is in September, I think. And so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'd like to go to one or the other, or another craft. I have no idea what happened there. I put my tea down and the camera went off. How bizarre. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'll get to one or the other at some point. Maybe. My husband and I are chatting about the quilt show because also we're quite busy as well, because I've told him I want to, as I call it, old lady the house, because I'm having more trouble walking around, and I have a rollator, but I'm not able to use it properly because chaos is all I can say. So, and that's what I'll be doing in, I think it's May. I'll have to check. I also wanted to let you know who I've been watching. I've been watching a lot of YouTube because I've not really been able to do a huge amount. So these are all kind of from lots of different parts of the world, mainly American and English, and in no particular order because I couldn't really remember the order I had been watching them in anyway. I've been watching Emma Jones' vintage sewing box. Her sewing is absolutely gorgeous. She likes to do minis and uses hexaform, and she does quite a lot of tutorials as well. Pumpkin hollow quilts with Olivia, and I just love watching her, especially her quilt section. Although apparently her long arm quilting machine has kind of gone slightly kaput at the moment, so she's been doing more stitching. Artie of the Vintage Stitcher, and I'm butchering this name, I know I am. This one's a knitter, and she does also crochet and quilt. Her name is Kristin Lehrer. Kristin, I'm so very sorry, I may have butchered your surname. And her shop is Woolvine Wools. She dyes her own wool, and it's gorgeous. The Last Homely House with Kate. Oh, I love watching TheLastHomelyHouse, and it's been absolutely lots of fun watching Anna create her first quilt, and also Kate's son John has even had a go at quilting as well, which was really funny, and it was so much fun to watch. Sampler style, she's so lovely, and the items she stitches, she's a monogamous stitcher, which I think I may be slightly monogamous, although I'll show you in a minute what I've been working on, which is now in the naughty corner, because I'll tell you why. MommaLovesYouGB, Michelle, she's just so much fun to watch, and the things that she makes, and the things she stitches, and the Santas that she stitched, oh, beautiful. And also I've been watching a Japanese craft channel. I can't remember what her name is. I follow her on Instagram as well, mainly her cats actually. They're gorgeous, and this lady is so talented, and it's beautiful to watch her cross stitch on the brain, quilt and sew things together in patchwork. And also there's very recently I've just started watching, she's a lot like the Japanese lady I've been watching, but Kiko Sabi as well, and she makes some absolutely beautiful things. So yeah, without further ado, I will show you what I have been working on, and also it also will be showing my haul. Well, I'll show you the haul first, which is this. This is my new project bag. I know it's a knitting project bag. I've been using it to house my cross stitch and my cross stitch and quilting projects. This is called, the fabric is called Tatton Park Autumn, and the fact I live about 25 minutes away from Tatton Park by car, maybe 28-ish minutes, I had to have it, and I think I got the last one as well, so I'm very sorry. This lady is on Etsy. Her shop is called Rectory Crafts. This is absolutely beautifully sewn. It's got a pocket in the middle. It's really huge. I didn't realise it was going to be this big. I did measure it with my tape measure, but it just didn't click. And as you see, it's got my my quilting project in at the moment. So I'll show you my quilting project first. This is called Autumn Quilt. That's what I've named it, because I can't think of anything more clever or anything else, because it's autumn fabrics. The fabrics I've mainly got from Sutherland Green. We've got one in Altrincham. There's a few, but the closest one for me is Altrincham. This fabric, however, I got from Tango Textiles on Etsy. It was not expensive. I got fat quarters. Did I get fat quarters? Yeah. I got, no, maybe a fat quarter and then maybe a metre. I got a metre of the blue because I'm going to be using more of the blue. And I got the hexes, these ones. These ones I already had, which I don't know where I got them from, and I ran out, and so this lady has saved my life. I got them from Pretty Busy Quilting on Etsy, and most of the shops I buy my things from is Etsy, because I have an Etsy addiction. Well, it's a good one to have because it's helping local businesses. It's my excuse. I'm sticking to that. So yeah, so this is it. It's all hand stitched when I'm able to. That's the bottom. This is the top. So it's kind of in a pattern. So this will be the side, and then I'll be having these, and then there's going to be a shot of this colour, because I've basically gone for the colours that are in the fabrics anyway, because I'm running out of these fabrics, and the fabric I've got left for these ones, I'm going to be doing like threes in different places. I have to figure out the maths for that one. So yes, so that's my quilting project. And as you can hear, I'm making a right noise. So that's my quilting project. And I got some other goodies, and I forgot to, oh well, actually one of them is easy. This one is from Bertie and Poppet even, which is this beautiful stitch holder, not stitch holder, DPN holder. So for when I do knitting and I've got my circular knitting needles, I can click them into this, and then they stay in this. And I have been knitting my Lord of the Rings shawl, which I will have to show you another time because it's over there and I can't easily get up. They also gave me these when they sent it. Aren't they gorgeous? I always get these and I've been collecting them. They're stitch markers. And I forgot where I got this from. I will put all the names of the shops underneath in the description box. And I got a wool cozy as well, which I love this. It did say pheasants, but they look more like swallows. But it's very pretty because I couldn't find anything to go with this fabric, but this kind of does. So, and I have been working on my cross stitch for my little girl. When I say monogamous stitch, it's because I've been stitching on this for the last few days. But now it's in the naughty corner because of this one flower. This flower, I have not been able to get it right. I've ripped out 3 times. No, twice. This is the 3rd time I'm ripping it out. I'm going to have to rip it out again. I don't know why. It's just not working. And it might be because I'm dyscalculate. I haven't a clue. Being dyslexic and dyscalculate is a pain in the bum. Oh, there goes my threads. And there goes everything. I'm chaos today. But this is the pattern. It's called Dear Daughter by Blackbird Designs. So this is what it should potentially, maybe, hopefully look like. And I started this a couple of years back, and I've spent the last few days working on it when I've not been doing my quilt. So, and this is from, I think it's Caterpillar. Is it Cross Stitch, the shop? I'll find out and I will put their name, as I said. Anyone I talk about, anything I talk about, I'll put in the description box below. But here's what I've done so far, which I am very happy with, except for this flower. I ended up with 4 bits in the middle, so this little tiny bit here, I don't want to put this too close because this is magnet, that's a computer, but there's like 4 little bits. I'll show you on the pattern. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a tiny little 4 little like V's. There should be 4 of them. There were 6. And I don't know why. And I was going to leave it, and I thought if I leave it, then it's going to make the flower next to it look stupid. So if it happens again, I'm just going to leave it, and the butterfly's just going to have to deal with the flower being wrong. I did want to start again, but my little girl's like, no, I really like it like that, because I've done it 2 over 1. So 2 strands of floss using DMC Cord 4 over 1. I think my fabric is 18 count. I'm not too sure because it's been so long since I worked on it. But yes. And oh, Cord 4 threads, which are in a bit of a mess. And my husband had a ready meal thingy from Sainsbury's the night. It came in this. So I have, I don't know if you heard that screaming, but there's a school at the back of us. And they've been let out, which means my husband's on his way back with my little girl, so I better get a move on. But yeah, I got the tray, and I figured it'd be perfect to put next to me while I'm stitching because, well, I've got nowhere to put my flosses. But here's the colourful flosses. And I made the floss drops, and yeah, that's all that's really on them is just these. I made them myself. I've got a hole puncher thing for crafting for when you do card making and things. So yeah, that's all I used when I made it. But yeah, there they are. Aren't they beautiful? I think these are very gorgeous colours. I have got a few other projects going, but I decided to kind of work on this for a little bit because if I can get it finished, I can get it finished for her birthday, like the quilt I've been working on, which I've lost the quilt on. It's in the house somewhere. It's not where I thought it was. I don't know where it is. I will have to find it. But my husband and I were chatting, and we're going to hire a storage facility thing. I don't know what they're called, you know, storage thing. And we're going to put a load of stuff from the house in storage, and all the stuff that's to go into what will be the studio and our daughter's bedroom when it's decorated is going to go at the front. Everything else is going to go at the back, so DVDs, books, all that sort of stuff, it's all going to get shoved in there. And then as we are going along, we're going to hire a skip, we're going to clear the loft, and then everything that was in the storage facility will then go in the loft until we can put it in the right rooms, because we have a bit of a mould problem with our house, and we bought some mould paint and painted our daughter's soon-to-be bedroom wall with it, and fingers crossed, so far there's been no mould coming through. So I want to give, well, I want my husband to give it another coat, and then we can paint it in white emulsion. The more paint on there, I think the better, hopefully, because then no mould can get through. So we are going to be asking my brother-in-law for some help. So my husband and my brother-in-law are going to do all that. I'm hoping I can make some cushions and things. I think I mentioned about making floor cushions and curtains and a teepee for my little girl. Unfortunately, I'm getting worse quite quickly, actually. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, I'm getting worse quite quickly. My chronic illness it can be very, very bad, and it's been very, very bad the last few months. So I've decided that I'm gonna either ask a friend of mine who's an amazing sewist, to ask her if she could possibly make a teepee for our daughter, or I can probably buy one. And yeah, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen about it yet. But she wants a kawaii room, so I can do cushions, and I can do floor cushions. Oh, excuse me. Curtains. Yeah, I'm just going to buy the curtains. I'm being smart, and I'm seeing what I can't do, and I'm recognizing what I can't do. So, and then I'm going to buy them, because otherwise we'll never get there ever. So yeah, so that's the idea. So I'm still going to want to do a kind of come along and watch me do this room up kind of thing. More of my husband and brother-in-law paint it whilst I pick things to go, that's pretty, let's put that there, sort of thing. I'm the delegate, I'm the boss. I tell people where to put things. So we need to get new carpet and a lot of new stuff for it, so that yeah, that's going to be done over time. So yeah, anyway, I think that's everything for now. Oh, I also have a Facebook page. I started it on, I think it was Friday or Saturday. I'm going to keep adding to it because I'm starting to, craft more, and I'm not able to do it like every day, but when I'm able to do it, I'm starting to take photos, but instead of putting everything on Instagram and confusing everybody, because I think I actually forgot to share my artist's YouTube. I will do that today, I promise, because I have another YouTube channel, which is an artist's YouTube channel, because I love to paint and sketch and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm keeping an eye out for my little girl. You're probably able to hear her before she's seen. She's always full of beans, but she's got a cold, so I don't know if she's going to feel up to being chaos like she usually is, and happy and smiley. But yeah, so I will share that as well. That is Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts on Facebook. So I can keep that separate from Instagram, because the last time I had 2 Instagram accounts, I got hacked. And I swore I would never have another Instagram account connected to the one I already had, and that's an art one. So I don't want everyone to get kind of confused. So I've decided that I'll have a Facebook one for this channel, and then for my arts channel, I've got Instagram. Because I don't really know how to do like a combined one, because it's under Samantha Sutherland art and books, because I do books on there as well. Also, let me know if you're interested in me like reading books on specifically to do with sewing and knitting, because I've got quite a few of them. I'm a huge Stephanie Pearl McPhee fan. I've read nearly all of her books, and I'm always quoting from one of them, which is I forgot the name of the book now. So yeah, anyway, they're back, so I'm going to have to say goodbye. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Great, thank you. Bye bye.